What if I told you there are 6 Bible verses so shocking, so little known, that 98% of Christians have no idea they exist? These verses will challenge everything you think you know about faith and God's power. Let's uncover these hidden truths. In Matthew 17:24-27, it says, "After Jesus and his disciples arrived in Capernaum, the collectors of the temple tax came to Peter and asked, 'Doesn't your teacher pay the temple tax?' 'Yes, he does,' Peter replied. When Peter came into the house, Jesus was the first to speak. 'What do you think, Simon?' Jesus asked. 'From whom do the kings of the earth collect taxes? From their own children or from others?' 'From others,' Peter answered. 'Then the children are exempt,' Jesus said to him. 'But so that we may not cause offense, go to the lake and throw out your line. The first fish you catch will have a coin in its mouth. Use it to pay the tax for both of us.' Jesus told Peter to catch a fish with a coin to pay the temple tax. God's provision comes from the most unexpected places. In John 5:5-9, it says, "One who was there had been an invalid for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and learned that he had been in this condition for a long time, he asked him, 'Do you want to get well?' 'Sir, I have no one to help me into the pool when the water is stirred. While I am trying to get in, someone else goes down ahead of me.' Then Jesus said to him, 'Get up, pick up your mat, and walk.' At once the man was cured. He picked up his mat and walked." Jesus didn't pray over him. He simply commanded him to rise. God's power doesn't always need begging. Sometimes he just calls us to rise up in faith. In Luke 10:25-37, Jesus tells the story of the Good Samaritan. A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho when he was attacked by robbers. They stripped him of his clothes, beat him, and went away, leaving him half dead. A priest happened to be going down the same road, and when he saw the man, he passed by on the other side. So too a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he traveled, came where the man was, and when he saw him, he took pity on him. He went to him, bandaged his wounds, and took him to an inn to care for him. The enemy of the Jews, the Samaritan, becomes the hero. Jesus calls us to love those we least expect. In Acts 20:7-12, it says, "On the first day of the week, we came together to break bread. Paul spoke to the people, and because he intended to leave the next day, he kept on talking until midnight. Seated in a window was a young man named Eutychus, who was sinking into a deep sleep as Paul talked on and on. When he was sound asleep, he fell to the ground from the 3rd story and was picked up dead. Paul went down, threw himself on the young man, and put his arms around him. 'Don't be alarmed,' he said. 'He's alive.' Eutychus fell out of a window and died during Paul's sermon. But Paul raised him from the dead. God's power extends even during the most unexpected moments. In Philippians 2:25-30, it says, "But I think it is necessary to send back to you Epaphroditus, my brother, co-worker, and fellow soldier, who is also your messenger, whom you sent to take care of my needs. For he longs for all of you, and is distressed because you heard he was ill. Indeed, he was ill and almost died. But God had mercy on him, and not on him only, but also on me, to spare me sorrow upon sorrow. Epaphroditus risked his life to serve others. He almost died for the gospel, a powerful reminder of selfless sacrifice." In 1 Peter 3:18-20, it says, "For Christ also suffered once for sins, the righteous for the unrighteous, to bring you to God. He was put to death in the body, but made alive in the spirit. After being made alive, he went and made proclamation to the imprisoned spirits, to those who were disobedient long ago, when God waited patiently in the days of Noah while the ark was being built. Jesus went to preach to spirits in prison after his death. His victory over death reaches far beyond what we understand." These 6 verses challenge how we see God's power and faith. Which one shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more hidden Bible truths. Thanks for watching.